is the movie. Tell people what it's about. You play a single man.
Yeah, selfish, shallow, single guy, rich, doesn't work at all. He's so lazy and despicable in every way, really. And he develops a fixation with single mums.
Right.
And wants to meet more single mums, so he enrolls in a single parent support group,
right.
Inventing a child of his own, which he doesn't have. And through all that, he comes into contact with this little disturbed kid who is just not his cup of tea at all. Right. He doesn't even like kids, let alone weird ones. Right. But the weird kid sort of infiltrates his life and changes him for the better.
Now, did you ever, when you were single, before you were well known and whatnot, did you invent ways to meet women? Did you have sort of conniving tricks that you would use?
I never had a problem, Jay.
Really?
No, I think I did. I mean, there were some things I'm very ashamed of. I was a late developer, which made life tricky. Yeah, there was a lot of platform boots going on because I was, a dwarf and I didn't shave. And I remember I was always trying to look more kind of butch. And I once got injured playing rugby, and that was terrific. For the first time, I felt I was pretty sexy. And then it cleared up, the bruise cleared up. So I mutilated myself. I took my mother's leg razor and slashed my cheek. And I think that's probably the most pathetic thing I ever did to try and pick up women. But it is, anyone who's a late developer knows it's a nightmare. Pubic hair was just the sort of terror of my life.
Really?
Yeah, because I knew that all my mates had it. I was 34 at the time.
34? Yeah. Well, that would be a late bloomer.
Yeah, that is late.
Yeah.
No, I was whatever you are, 12 or something, and they all had pubic hair, and I knew I didn't, and I was going to have to go on to camp, and we'd all be in the showers, and, I'd be revealed. So I remember trying to make a pubic wig. I took hairs from my dad's hairbrush and tried to sort of stitch them together. And it didn't really work, and apparently I'm not...
it didn't work!
It never really worked in a way... It didn't look as good as I hoped it would.
Yeah.
But I'm told I'm not the only person to have done this, because, I thought it was my private shame, but I now find that lots of men have done it. I had a friend who did the same thing, but instead of using hairs from a hairbrush, he used hairs from a stuffed armadillo.
Really?
Yeah, that is a true story that his uncle or someone had brought back from Australia, and he tried to make a merkin out of that.
Really? Really? You seem to have a lot of friends that have done that. I can speak of everyone here when I can say, I don't know anyone that's done that. Is that a uniquely English...
I think it's English, and it also seems to be Arab. I had an Arab friend who revealed that he'd also done this.
Really?
But he being from a rather strict Islamic family, knew he had to have pubic hair to appear right in the showers, but had never actually seen any. And so he got some hairs and stuck them on the thing itself rather than above it. Yeah. And then appeared in the shower with this kind of tiger's tail. And he's never lived that down.
Really? No. Suddenly that guy masturbating in a tree doesn't seem that odd to me. Have you ever heard of that? Did you hear the monologue?
No, what did he do?
I was talking about in the monologue about a man.
I never listened to that bit.
Oh yeah, well he said he couldn't have committed the murder at the time because he was masturbating in a tree. That was the defense. That was the defense.
In a tree?
In a tree.
Wait a minute. He was sitting in a tree?
He was in the tree.
That's extraordinary.
It is.
Wasn't there a guy who had a problem because he used to have sex with roads? Didn't we once talk about this on the show, or am I having déjà vu? There was a guy who got into trouble because he found roads sexually attractive.
The actual road itself?
Yes. So he was often found on the road.
He would lie down on the road?
Basically, yeah.
Humping the road?
Yeah.
A 4-lane road? A 2-lane road? I mean, it didn't matter?
I think he liked them slim.
Slim road, yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Wow. This conversation has taken the strangest turn. We were talking...
I feel that you feel that.
Yeah. Okay. Now you also sing in this movie, which is...
I do sing towards the end of the movie. That's supposed to be a big secret, but you've revealed it.
Oh.
But no, I do sing towards the end of the film, and it's a big thing for me because I'm not at all musical.
Not at all.
I'm the guy with 2 records. One of them's Godspell, so I'm not I'm not good on music, and I have to do this concert and play the guitar and sing. And it's a terrible noise. It's meant to be a terrible noise. Yeah. I sing like a hyena.
Yeah. All right. But you look good in the movie. You look fit. Have you been working out? You look like you're in shape. And
well, I mean, not anymore. But I did go through a phase of thinking, come on, fatty, get thin. So I hired this woman, this Swedish babe, actually, yeah.
Swedish
fantastic, yeah. And she comes to my house in London and takes me to the park and throws sticks for me like a dog. And then we go back to my house and she wrestles me on the carpet for a bit. She kind of is the weights machine.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, that works out. Yeah.
But it's intimate and it keeps you, motivated.
Right, it keeps you fit. Yeah. All right, now we have a clip. What is it? What is this scene we're going to see? Do you know which one is it?
Well, I think this is the moment when the little boy has infiltrated my life and he's trying to get me to fall in love with his mum, who is this very peculiar, depressive hippie. Yes, and he invites us out to lunch and he thinks this is a date, and my character's reluctant.
Let's take a look. Here we are. About